It's the NBA here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg. And our T-Mobile starting lineups. Here's a look. Now let's take a second to talk about the Sprite Ice Cold keys to the game.
Bright for this young man, athletic, a hard worker, and really beginning to understand how hard he has to play on a consistent basis.
Can't sink the first. Pierce is in at shooting guard. He sinks the second. Now Paul. About 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Stoudemire up top. And here is Yao working on Howard. Yao, that's good.
Yao Ming, a tremendous low post scorer with a feathery touch for a big guy. What makes him so hard to defend is he's so wide. His legs are like tree trunks. This guy, when he gets you behind him, you can't get around him. And then he has excellent hands, so he catches everything. And the feathery touch and the variety of shots in the low post, left-handed hooks, right-handed hooks, he is a monster inside.
Now Paul, after Dwayne Wade's miss, in close from short range. Yao, that's good.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Here's Howard. The gorgeous reverse.
The D was all over him, but they just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
Yao in the post, working on Howard. Here's Duncan, kisses it off the glass and in.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
LeBron, right wing. It's in for three. He has 5.
That's simply what a superstar does. He can make the most difficult plays look silky smooth.
Now Stoudemire. To Stoudemire.
Too easy. Far too easy.
Wade with it. 1:16 left in the first. The East will take their first timeout.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart so slow. But if you don't want to tell me now.
Both teams. And here's Iverson with it. Pierce. Kept alive. Tipped.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hand.
Here's Roy. All alone. Graceful finish.
Just put the ball in his hands, Kevin, and watch him go to work. He's going to make something good happen.
Here's Wade. Dumps it off. Pierce. Scooped up. Granger. Lays it right in.
Nice. Big momentum builders, those second chance points.
Here comes Paul. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. Oh, just misses, but he'll get 2 shots at the line.
That's his first personal
They get
foul.
Danny Granger.
First team
Yeah,
foul.
it's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn his points from the line.
He knocks down the first one. Both teams making some changes. He gets them both. And here is Johnson. On the corner. Here's Garnett. Misses the buzzer beater. The West with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, they've really made a point of getting into the lane and scoring the ball inside. But they've got to do a better job of glass eating at both ends. They're losing the battle of the boards, and that's got to be a concern.
We've reached the end of the first, and it's a barn burner. Still close, though, 12-10. All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. Let's quickly go over to Cheryl Miller, who spoke with Coach Phil Jackson.
Hey, Kev, he said that he wants his team to stay loose and confident taking their shots. He knows his team can put up the points if they work as a unit, and don't worry about the individual numbers and focus on moving without the ball.
Thanks, Cheryl. We'll see if they respond to that. And here is Nowitzki. Scooped up. Deflects the pass. The steal by the East. Here's Johnson. Drops in the breakaway layup.
That's just poor defense, Kevin. Somebody's got to get back and defend the basket. Instead, they give up a rack-to-rack finish.
And here is Billups, guarded by Harris. to Gasol. West. Rebounded. Here's Gasol. No dice. Granger has picked up his second foul.
First team foul. Gasol, shooting 2.
And he makes the first one. He's off on the second. The East with a chance to retake the lead. Gets in close. Does not get the go-ahead bucket. And here comes Roy. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Shoots from 12, and Billups gets it to go.
Well, everybody's trying to do it one-on-one defensively. I'm not seeing much help defense out there at all. You've got to play together at the defensive end of the floor. You have to if you're going to try to win.
And here is Johnson. He's covered by Roy. Here's Granger. Connects from in close.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
Coach Jackson wants a timeout. Center. And here is Nowitzki. And here is Billups, guarded by Harris. From close range, and Billups gets it to go.
The defense didn't challenge the shot, didn't get a hand in his face. And from such close range, that shot's a gimme.
And here is Harris. Granger played in softly off the glass. He's got 6.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
Here's Billups. Makes the long-distance connection.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
And here is Harris. 2:28 left in the second.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
And here is Harris. To LeBron. Oh! Whips in the reverse jam. He's got 7.
Nice looking reverse dunk there, and the defense couldn't do anything about it.
Here's Roy. Cans the 3.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
LeBron. And here is Johnson. Granger knocks it down from 19 feet. I don't know if you ask the average fan, if you ask them to name the top small forwards in the league, if they would pick Danny Granger. But you might. It's certainly a rising star at that position.
Well, if you've been watching the NBA, you'd have to pick him too. I mean, this guy has been spectacular, consistently scoring the ball at a high level, getting to the foul line much better than he did in the past, adding that to his three-point game, and he's also...
And here is Billups. 7 points in the game. Here's Roy. Johnson on him. Here's Billups. Drains it from the corner. He's got 9.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the...
Oh, man.
Great alley-oop pass there, Kevin. That's highlight reel for real.
Here's Roy on the paint. Finishes with the soft touch.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Howard in the post, working on Gasol. 6 seconds to shoot. The jump hook.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Billups pockets the 3 ball. He's got 12. And here is Harris. And I agree, not only matching up off the glass, but in scoring as well.
Yeah, and sometimes it really comes down to maybe 3 or 4 possessions, a couple of consecutive second chance opportunities, maybe a couple of stops. That ends up perhaps making the difference, Kevin. The West have been on a scoring tear, Kevin.
Yeah, they've really been hot. And that concludes the first half. The score, 32-24. Now it's time for our T-Mobile halftime report. All right, let's look at the team stats. West All-Stars have built a nice lead thanks to their precision ball movement.
That's right, Kevin. Just look at all those assists. That's good team basketball.
Chauncey Billups with a strong... Well, the second half will begin in just a few moments. Al Paul, 8-point game. Dumps it off. Here's Bryant. Drains the open look. Nice bucket by the 14th-year veteran out of Lower Marion High School. Swing pass to Garnett. Duncan on him. James passes it back. Wade with it. And here's Iverson with it. Here's Howard. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. He's got 5.
I tell you what, coach doesn't encourage him to take those, but everything's forgiven when they drop.
Stoudemire. Iverson grabs the board.
No, sir. It ain't that easy, son, especially with a top-notch defender breathing right down your neck.
Here's Wade. Yao snatches it inside. Let's quickly go over to Cheryl Miller, who spoke with Coach Phil Jackson.
Hey, Kev. He smiled and said it was great to see his team executing on the elements they've been working on in practice. The other team has struggled to find their shot, and his team has been sinking them. He doesn't doubt that those numbers will average out in the second half, so he wants his team to keep working to secure that lead. Don't think he isn't taking anything for granted. Now back to our play-by-play analysis. Kev?
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. The East take a full timeout. Pierce is in at shooting guard. Pierce wasn't careful with his position. He gets nailed with the backcourt violation.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
Coach Jackson calls a timeout.
Western All-Stars.
And here is Bryant. On the free throw line. And here's Duncan. James covering. 5 on the shot clock. Duncan with the bucket.
We've seen them make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart them here.
And here comes Wade. To Pierce. It's Pierce on the wing. Got a piece of it.
You know, he's gotten a little bit too casual here for my liking with the ball in this half after committing no turnovers in the first half.
James with it. 9 points in the game so far. Garnett, the screen. Over Duncan. Kept alive. To Pierce. James. Now Garnett. Duncan on him. Here's Howard. It's blocked. Good deep by Duncan. And here is Young. Home. Inside. Clark, it seems like I ask you this question all the time, but I look at Chris Paul, so many great attributes. Let's do a little history lesson here. who does he remind you of? Is there any game that you can start to compare his game to that you've seen in the past? Like an Isaiah Thomas?
I would
maybe?
give him a little bit of Tiny Archibald-ish nature.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going way back.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
But a good comparison nonetheless.
Yeah. We'll have some of our gamers here having to go back to the archives to check
they'll
out
like
time.
that, though.
Yeah,
They'll
but
like
you know, the ability to create and score and also really set up people effectively. Maybe a pinch of Isaiah Thomas as well in that regard. More so maybe from the competitive fire of Isaiah. Isaiah was a feisty, competitive, tough, hard-nosed guard, and I think Chris Paul has a lot of that in him as well. To go along with the endearing smile
Yes.
and the assassin's mentality when the game's on the line.
The East call timeout.
They're just despicable, miserable individuals.
Wade with it. Baseline. 6 seconds to shoot. To James. It's tipped. Scooped up. Here's Wade. Count it. The rebound pays off. Nice shot by the 7-year veteran out of Marquette. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the East.
16 seconds on shot. 16.
Now Paul. Now Stoudemire. James covering. Tosses it up.
I love that they're staying aggressive and just keep piling on the point.
And here's Iverson with it. They trail by 16. Granger takes it up. It counts. And the foul.
That's his first personal
They get Paul Gasol.
First team foul.
Both teams changing it up. He can't complete the three-point play. And here comes Kobe Bryant. And here is Billups. Let's go with a three. And Billups gets it to go.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Pierce. Wade with it. To Johnson. He's covered by Roy. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Garnett. Kept alive. Wade got a piece of it. Here's Garnett. Finally, they get the bucket. And here is Billups. He's got 15. From half court, can't get it. We're at the end of the third, and it's a double-digit game. The score, 47-32. Chauncey Billups has played well. 15 points and 2 assists.
Well, Kevin, you don't expect anything less from a player with his ability. Big-time skills in a big-time game leads to a big-time performance. His team needs it, and that's exactly what he's given.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Wide margin on the scoreboard tells it all. This one is probably over, but you never know. Anything can happen. And here is Johnson. Here's Howard. Goes up, drops it in on the layup.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
Paul. And James pulls it down. And here comes James. 9 points in the game so far. Got a piece of it. Stolen by the West.
To get back into this game, Kevin, they need to really concentrate on limiting the turnovers. I mean, it hasn't been terrible for them, but it's still hurting their cause.
And here is Nowitzki. To Kobe. And it's D. Wade with the rebound. You're right, Clark. When you're down, you can't just give away opportunities like that.
Well, the margin of error is much smaller when you're trailing and trying to come back, so everything is much more important. But turnovers always are self-destructive.
Now Paul, after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. It stays here.
Western All-Stars ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 15.
Chauncey Billups with a strong contribution so far in this one.
This is just a magnificent shooting performance we're watching here. The other team has to feel helpless.
He is lights out from beyond the arc, and he shows no signs of slowing down. Clark, what do you do as a coach and try and slow down the shooting?
Well, Kevin, sometimes there's not much you can do other than challenging every shot, maybe throwing different defenders at him, but sometimes you just have to hope that he misses some shots.
Al Paul. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Nowitzki. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Dwight Howard. Well, we haven't seen a 7-footer like Dirk Nowitzki before. I don't know that we'll see one again. He sure is fun to watch now.
Yeah, he really is, Kevin. And, you know, you think about the numbers he puts up, his proficiency from the floor and from the foul line as a 7-footer. People knock him about maybe not coming up in the clutch on a regular basis, but he's been very productive and extremely consistent throughout his career. I think he's one of the true stars in the game and has been for the bulk of his career.
He gets them both.
As a team, they've been perfect from the line in this half. They've made them all. That's a good job, and that's exactly what you want. When you're going to get to the line, take advantage of those freebies.
And here is Harris. Connects.
Well, he's been scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Here comes Paul. They've got to push it. Here's Nowitzki. Nails the easy jumper.
He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
And here is Nowitzki. 6 points for him.
Nice bucket there. He isn't naturally quick, but he's deceptive. He kept the defense off balance and then took it to the rack.
The East call time. They're down by 15. 2:28 left to the fourth. Let's quickly go over to Cheryl Miller, who spoke moments ago with Mike Brown.
Hey guys, he wants his team to keep active on D. He told him I want.
Oh! Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella. Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
And here is Billups. 15 points in the game. Stoudemire in the post. Johnson's there. Yao. Duncan. And it's D. Wade with the rebound.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack.
Oh! Hey! Down hard!
A monster throwdown. Wow. Boom! Great pass into the lane. They'll take that one every time.
Here's Roy. 7 points in the game. Stoudemire inside. Johnson's there. Here's Duncan. Rebounded by Howard. The East can cut it to single digits here. And here is
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure.
Now Paul. Nowitzki in the post. Johnson's there. Here's Bryant. Nails it from close range.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
The East take their last 20-second timeout. They're losing by 10. 1:13 left to the fourth. And here is Harris.